Oh boy, 2014 goes off to a great start, doesn't it? Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. So, today, not a review. No, instead, a rant. Oh my god. I just came off of the last episode of the absolutely horrifyingly bad anime Green. Yeah. So, fair warning ahead of all, I'm gonna be very angry. I'm gonna be cursing and screaming at the top of my lungs because honestly I am pissed off. My previous review was an anime that I saw in 2013. This is the first anime I see in 2014. Boy, what a great start. No, not at all. Not even close. So, for all of you who are somewhat afraid of bad words and all that sort of stuff, feel free to leave the room now. You won't be judged, you won't be blamed. That's all completely understandable. For those of you who are brave enough to stay, still be warned because your ears may start to bleed and your head might explode. So, with all of that said, let me ask you a question. If you were given the opportunity to make an anime, and you have three different options of doing it. 1. A safe option. You can make a manga adaptation. A manga has a pre-existing fan base and it has already the story laid out for you. Only thing you really have to do is basically read the manga. You'll have a fairly good understanding of the story and all you really have to do is add color, motion and voice acting, to put it simply. That's basically all you have to do. It's a safe option. Option 2. You can make original content. It's a bit riskier because you're not sure if people are going to like it, and if they don't, well, you're going to fail. However, if you succeed, you will make a name for yourself. You'll prove that you can do something original and be good at it. Or you could choose number 3, which is the choice the creators of the anime Green went with. You can choose to make an adaptation of a hentai game. Yeah, you can choose to make an anime adaptation of basically a pornography game. I don't know about you, but when I watch anime, I am expecting character development, a strong story, interesting characters, and overall just a fun experience. You don't really watch pornography for those kind of things, do you now? If you do, well, you're one of the few. So with that being the case, why the fuck did they even remotely consider doing something like that? Let's get on with this review. Green takes place on a random ass academy, an old boys boarding school, and this brilliant school takes the chance of getting girls for like a month to do an experiment to see if they can get both boys and girls enrolled in this school, not just boys. And they're basically taking, like, say 45 women, 2 buses or so, from a different school, an all-girls boarding school, into an all-boys boarding school. Yeah, that's the plot of a porno. Not the plot of an anime. Oh, but wait, there's more. No, there's a lot more. There is a legendary love story that is supposed to be epic or something. Like, the love story in this anime is so forced, so terrible. Alright, basic gist of this. The main male protagonist and the main female protagonist are reincarnations of supposedly this legendary love couple that used to live on the grounds that now holds the school. Okay, so that sounds somewhat interesting, I guess. That could be fun? No, it's not. It really isn't. The reason why the relationship is forced, it's terribly executed. There is no originality in original anything to it. The my God, this is so bad. This anime has terrible story, awful characters. Like, that's the main problem that I have with the anime. Let's just get right to the main problem, why don't we? In my personal opinion, any given visual form of media entertainment needs to have strong and well-developed characters. Why, you may ask? Simple. In any kind of visual form of media entertainment, you try, most of the time, to use your characters as a form of telling your story. You can have the most badass epic story. If you have shit characters, it's like, what? Oh. The characters are so bad. There is no character development. You don't even get a slight understanding. Like, when an anime starts, you're expecting to get an understanding of where the characters stand in the beginning of the anime, and you see them develop throughout the anime so that you know where they stand at the end of it all. And why? If you don't even begin to understand where they stand in the beginning, how can you possibly understand where they stand at the end? There is no character. Well, let me say, there is character development, but the character development is, the scenes are basically 1 minute long. That's not enough to develop your characters, not even close. You need just longer scenes. It is so bad. Like, I can't even comprehend. And I had to see 12 episodes of this shit. Ugh. 12 episodes. This is the reason why I was somewhat hesitant to start doing anime reviews back when I was preparing for my first one. I knew that eventually I was going to come across an anime that was so bad, but I had to review it. I basically went to a random anime site and I just searched, came across the name and thought, well, okay, let's watch it. Let's see, let's pick this one, let's review it. Well, that was a bad idea. Like, in my personal opinion, you can try to review an anime based off, let's say, 4 episodes that you've seen. Honestly, I don't think you should. If you do it like that, that's fine, no problems. Like, do whatever you want. But personally, I believe that if you want to give a god-honest and opinion that's completely true to the anime, you need to watch, well, at least, well, actually, if it's a 12-episode series, I suggest watch the entire 12 episodes. I did not need to realize that this anime was this bad. I did, but I didn't need to. The animation of the anime is terrible. It's bland. It's colorless. It's wooden. It's stiff. It's... Alright. I really need to think of... like, just... I need to think of something, anything, that make this... that might be somewhat redeeming. Like, I can't... Well, the opening wasn't... let's be honest, the opening was terrible. The opening was just god-awful. Oh my god, the entire soundtrack is god-awful. There is nothing interesting about it. Not a single song stuck with me. Like, if you watch a solid anime and it has a good soundtrack, you notice the soundtrack. Even if you're watching a solid anime. I didn't even think, even if you don't focus on it, you should at the very least find one song that might be memorable. There is none. None come to mind. I have no song in my head that makes me be like, okay, that wasn't that bad. There is none. Alright. Oh, this anime. It, you want to know the biggest problem? The comedy relief characters. And the comedy itself. This anime is marketed as a romantic comedy genre. The romance is already shit. So, you fail at that part. The comedy? Fuck the comedy. Seriously, what the... Okay, you wanna know what? The entire anime has 2 punchlines to every last joke in the anime. 2 punchlines. Really? 2? You wanna know what they are? Alright. Sex and boobs. Those are the 2 punchlines in this entire anime. Fucking hell. Oh, that is just terrible. Not even a 12-year-old laughs at that anymore. That's like, a 12-year-old understands that something like that is already not funny. Especially if it's such repetitive nature. It's only 2 punchlines. Sex and boobies. Why? My God. And the comedy relief characters are probably the worst part of this entire anime. There is not 1 comedy relief character, not 2, but 3. We've all seen them in anime, the comedy relief characters. Usually, they're in the background, and it's usually only 1, especially in a harem anime type show. Like, for instance, things like To Love Ru comes to mind, which was actually funny, by the way. Like, and usually, these characters, these comedy relief characters, are pretty much in the background. They don't do that much. They're really just there for the jokes. Here, I would almost say that these 3 fuckers are the main characters. They are in the anime so much. They are way too much in the forefront. They are everywhere. And they are disgusting, vile, downright terrifying creatures. I can't even call them characters. They're not. They're monstrosities. You want to know why? Well, I'll spare you the details, but they are awful. They are disgusting. They are vile. Let's try to draw you a simple picture. One of the 3 guys, a fairly big guy, not isn't big, but big, is completely infatuated with this one girl. And he tries to show that by sneaking in her room late at night for no apparent reason while she's sleeping, proceeds to sit next to her, eat rice while he's sniffing her, and after he's done doing that, lay down next to her with his face this close to her. Seriously, that's not funny. That's the scene of a serial killer in the making. A rapist, a serial killer. Oh my God, that was... And that's a mild thing in comparison to some of the other... Just... Oh. I actually had a few scenes with these guys where I almost vomited. They're so bad. Alright, I've had an anime that I fairly enjoyed. The Future Diary. I gave it a 7 out of 10. I had an anime that I found pretty bad. Psycho no Quasar. A 3 out of 10. In comparison to this, Senkai no Quasar was a masterpiece. Truly. This anime, if there is ever an anime more deserving of this rating of 0 out of 10, then I don't know where to go anymore. If there ever is an anime more deserving than a 0 out of 10 rating, then I just don't know where to look anymore. This anime was shit beyond all comparison, and I highly recommend that you stay the fuck away from it. It is terrible. Don't spend money on it. Don't waste your time watching it. Just stay the fuck away. Alright, I'm done. That felt good. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you at least enjoyed me ranting, and if you saw this anime, I feel your pain. I truly do. If you're new to my channel, feel free to subscribe. I'd enjoy it. I'd like it. Leave a like or a comment. I'd always like to hear your thoughts on any given anime, and until next time, thanks for watching. See you later.